In this episode, I'm going to share with you specifically about how I magically manifested this new guest house here in Ubud, Bali in just 7 days. Can you imagine how shocked I was when out of the blue I was received the notification from my previous guest house that I need to move next month because they're gonna renovate their place. When I opened the calendar, I saw that the period that I had since that day only about 7 days, literally a week, and it happened so magically, so effortlessly, and guided by all the divine synchronicities. I'm going to share how this magically happens so that you can also absorb my soul lesson and you can embody magic and manifest it into your physical reality. I know that you have the same spirit to also manifest the reality exactly as what you wish, or even better and beyond your comprehension, beyond your wildest dream. Hello magical beings, welcome back to this channel with me, Cindy Acho. On this channel, we share about consciousness, vibration, energy, magic, physics, metaphysics, and the bridge such as manifestation and ascension, all the possibilities and infinite doors beyond this human comprehension that will help you align with your soul signature. Welcome back to this channel and welcome to the Words of Influence community, a space for kindred spirits as you to feed your inner garden or your mind with daily feeds that supporting your expansion, elevation, manifestation, and alignment. They of course supporting your highest good, because your highest good is the highest good of all. And thank you for consciously tuning in to this channel, to consciously serving your highest good. Appreciate you. In this episode, I'm going to continue the next episode about fun, effortless, magical manifestation. If you haven't seen that one, you can kindly check titled Fun and Effortless Manifestation. And if you did, prepare yourself because we're gonna delve into another version of how I manifested new guest house here in Ubud, Bali, and how did I know that this place is exactly where I'm meant to be. And I'm truly excited to share about this because I got resonance of excitement energy that makes me like, okay, I truly meant to share about this because you guys also want to hear this story and you guys have the same excitement to learn to manifest or embody this fun process and enjoyable journey into your practical daily life. And I'm so grateful for you, your testimonies, your comments. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hear you and I love how you respond to my previous manifestation story, and I love to also hear your manifestation journey, how you appreciate it through gratitude, through certain celebration that only you know. I love to hear that from you. No matter how small your impact is, the vibration imprints throughout the universe, throughout space and time. So if you have, kindly share in the comment or in the Words of Influence community and see how we serve each other more and more. No matter how small or big your manifestation, it's never about the matter itself, it's always about the story behind the matter realized journey that you enjoy and learn that makes the manifestation treasure and pleasure. As you already read in my story, that I often thank Ubud or thank Bali because it wasn't me or my ego identity or my ego desire that chose Ubud. What makes it so divine, it's because it was Ubud that called me home. The first time I came to Ubud, I felt the vibe is so feminine, which I need most because I've been so long operates from my masculine energy, and since my awakening I feel the feminine energy within me arises and I feel need to embody more of my feminine energy and how to integrate both, not only my healthy masculine but also integrated feminine energy that brings out more me so that I can embody more and more me, or my core light that we call as alignment. Back then I didn't expect that I'm gonna live in another island outside of my birthplace, but as you raise your vibration, especially on your alignment journey, at certain degree, when you are ready, the universe starts to orchestrate everything that is meant for you to meet you. Time, scenario, everything, they're reached in your favor somehow, beyond your expectation, beyond your knowing, beyond your plan, even beyond your comprehension. Back then, before I found Ubud, Bali, my soul will long to be in where and what I belong. And I start to experience more and more synchronicities, even beyond what I can imagine, meeting lots of new people around you. They're the reflection of your growth, whether you keep repeat the same patterns or the same loop, the same story, or you are evolved. Their vibe is the manifestation of your energy that you currently embody. When you're exactly what, where, when, or with who you're meant to be, there's no place you'd rather be, because it feels home to you and it feels more you. What you long at your innermost core, it's the inner compass for you to aim for. So trust your soul, know that what you're aiming for is already yours. It's not yours to think about how the scenario going to happen or how the home will gonna attract you back. It's not your job to go outside and chasing them. Go inside, tune inward, aiming it and raise your vibration. Work on yourself internally, do your inner work, become the vibrational match with it. And when you are already in that state, your natural state, or in the state that is in harmony with what your soul long all along, it will just yours. What's yours is yours. Know that you're a magnet and focus on become magnetic yourself rather than chasing outside you. Magnet doesn't chase, it magnetizes. And in order to magnetize, you need to first be the magnet itself. Be content with yourself. Know what you want, what you aim for. Know the direction, not the details of the path itself. Know the value that you keep on yourself. Stay true to your core light and stay in faith. Faith is simply aiming what's yours and know that you are yours already. Move from a space of inner contentment. Move from a space of I already there. I no longer need to chase that because I already there. That realization somehow makes you feel more content, fulfilled, and makes your cup is full of abundance naturally, because you're no longer focusing on filling your cup yourself, rather you're focusing on serving something beyond yourself. If you're capable for that, it means you're aiming your subconscious, the subliminal consciousness in this present. You're stating to the sublime, I already abundance, I am abundance, and I'm ready to serving something beyond myself through radiating this inner contentment that I already have. Your ego self or your ego identity is your conscious state or your conscious mind that is limited. Imagine this conscious state is the architect, which is you can pick whatever that you wish to make it happen in your reality. Subconscious or the sublime consciousness, much more powerful than you know. It's like the machine of magic itself that is unlimited. They can attract whatever you put your thoughts into or you set your mind to. Not only bring the impossible into possible or the sublime into mundane, but you also need to make space from the mundane so that sublime can flow through you. The bridge between the seen and the unseen realm is called become vibrational match, which is you are working on yourself to raise your vibration back to your natural state, just by in tune to the natural state that you are. Once you did the quantum shift, your transition into a new universe, everything is already there. You are tapping into another timeline of you, which in that universe you are experiencing different places, different persons, purpose, with different scale, degrees, or state of consciousness. It's quantum, so the transition is so subtle. That's why only you that can feel every subtle experiences that you are going through. It's so important to trust yourself, trust your journey, trust wherever that's unfolding from you, because all the time and all along, only you and God knows. First and foremost, what you need to do is calm. Calm is superpower. When you are calm, you put yourself at relaxed state. When you're relaxed, you breathe slower and you activating your parasympathetic nervous system, which is the state that you are at relaxed state, not in a survival mode, which associates with masculine energy. There is more controlling or forcing something or chasing something. That you are firm and ground in yourself, reconnect with your higher self and your feminine energy. Even in the stormiest situations, you are safe, you are abundant, and infinite opportunities open for you. When you are calm, you start vibrate aligned with what's meant for you. So the doors between the seen and the unseen realms start to open, which what we call as possibility. And so when you are calm, you can start focusing your energy on solution rather than focusing yourself on the problems or doubts or negative thinking. When you focus on solution, you are at the higher state of consciousness. So when your mind is focusing on a solution, you don't have time to focus on the problems, because you are so focused on the solution. You focus on how to solve the problem. You detach from the problem itself. When you detach, you can clearly aware about the full spectrum of the situation, rather be in the box of trapped or be the victim of reality. You even greater than the box, so that if you can see the box, then you can create the solution for the box. So after I calm myself, I set my mind into clarity, because clarity is so important to help me live more intentional towards what I aimed for, which is next week I need to move to another guest house that fits my budget, all the things that fits me. So it's so important to be clear about what I really want, because what I really want is going to be the filter of how I search all the potential guest houses or places that I will move to. After I know what I'm looking for, mostly all of them answered whether they're already full or they have price, but it's highly upgraded, even higher than double local price. So I was like shocked. Turns out there are lots of expats or tourists that came to Bali, especially Ubud, for good. That's why the price start to changing drastically. And when I asked to my friends, they also live in Ubud, they already stayed longer than me, they said, yeah, it's so hard to find a place in Ubud nowadays, because so many people day by day keep coming, whether it's locals or tourists. They choose to live in Bali, especially Ubud. You can imagine all that I saw before my eyes at that time. It's impossibilities, but deep within myself, I just know, I just trust myself, and I said to myself, which is the second thing, stay true to your subtle inner voice, inner knowing within you. Despite everything that you see in the mundane, this inner knowing knows beyond my current comprehension. No matter how loud the noise is from the outside, I just believe this subtle, silent whisper from inside, the inner conversation that's guiding me, that you're going to find what's yours. Remember that if it Ubud that called you in, then Ubud also will make space for you. And because I trust my inner voice from the heart, my mind reminded me, if I can magically manifest this place that I currently live in, the same magic can also happen for me next week. With this faith and inner knowing that it's not about me, because I already tried all my best to contacting almost like 30 or 40 places, whether they're full or out of my budget. And during that process, I kept contacting another more. It must be another one, it must be another place, it must be something that fits me. I kept affirming that to myself, and know there must a place for me available. I know that the infinite will open its doors for me, because it's not about me, it's about the magic that want to manifest through me, that I need to experience during this period. And in short, during that time, I found 3 different places. The first one, I was shocked because the place like that usually at tourist price, because I found like, oh, this place is so me. I thought it was meant for me. I initiated to survey that place. In short, I was cheated because I was too rushed just by seeing the online facilities from that guest house. I already booked a full price. That turned out, I finally realized that it's just a virtual account. So in the middle of the week, I need to deal with 2 problems: looking for another place in 4 days all by myself. The second problem is I need to forgive myself, release all the resistance, the anger from being cheated. How I deal with the releasement, with the forgiveness, is through calming myself. When I calm, I can remember that again, it's not about me, it's about something higher than me that is working in my favor, despite it seems like bad things happen. But I always believe that even the bad things leads into something better, and even better than we can imagine. It leads to the third point, which is embody your paradigm. Manifestation is essentially what you do with what life offers you. Despite what we see as good or bad, we manifest our paradigms, or how we respond to the situations before our eyes. Every bad things that was happening to me during that period, I spontaneously shift into natural and even positive things. It's like affirming something good, because affirmation is invitation or celebration of what's going to happen to me. I choose to vibrate at higher frequency than the problems I currently live. When we tune higher than the problem itself, we suddenly embody the different version of us. We think clearer, we feel better, we have a neutral paradigm, and even greater, with a greater idea and so much more. So back at the 3 choices that I had at that time, the first one is the cheated one, and then only 2 options left. Unfortunately, the second place still didn't know exactly they're still full or have room at the date I should move in. So I only have 1 option left, and when I did survey, I was a bit sad because I have problems such as small lease, so I cannot deliver all of my stuffs with car. Thankfully, there's an application, it's called Gojek or Grab. They are available to send stuff through automatic motorcycle, and I can track it through phone. It was so helpful for me that I live in Bali. So problem solved. Unfortunately, I couldn't see that room. It can only be seen about a day before I moved in. I was like, oh my god, what kind of room that I'm going to move in? I couldn't see it yet, but at that moment I remember exactly from the gate I entered to that guest house, I directly saw a room in the 2nd floor, and I remember exactly, I said to myself, I said loud out inside, heart to heart to God, God, if you're calling me here, and if I'm meant to be here, thank you for what's mine. After I said that prayer, I breathed slowly, and then I let go. And what I was shocked the most is that the day when I was surveyed, the guest house already gave me the key so I can move my stuffs earlier than the day I officially moved in. And You know what? The room is really bigger in the middle of jungle with the background of river. I can be in a flow state. They even ask me what we can help you with, what we can aid you with. Maybe you need more table, maybe you need more stuffs, or just tell me. They are so nice and generous, genuine. It's what kind of heaven I live in. After being cheated with the previous virtual guest house, I didn't have time to being trauma or keep something myself about being cheated, because between days God has turned the bad things into miracles. I was touched because all the affirmation that I made back then, it turns into much even better than I could ever imagine. And the day when I need to transfer all, it was heavy rainy day. I saw it as Mother Earth is watering new seeds through the rain. I just let everything, the weather, the people, the situation, the energy I have at that day to bring all the stuffs. I have a lot of stuffs that I need to pack, bring, and put it to the second floor. Turns out God already set everything beautifully, wonderfully. Wow. Turned out when you are detached, what's meant for you truly find you. You open the doors for what's truly meant for you to meet you easily, effortlessly, because you're free from the resistance. So again, this second place that I live in Ubud is truly a miracle and truly meant for me. I know because it happens beyond what I can expect it. Surrender, detach, allow the sublime, the subconscious do its parts, and you just focusing on vibrating higher, choosing the vibration even beyond your comprehension. It's not about bypassing or faking the situation. It's about consciously choosing vibration you embody. When you are at your natural state, you are naturally magician. What's meant for you will meet you. That's the beauty of magic. You don't need to chasing the magic itself. You're simply the magician when you just you, when you are matching the vibration of what you really are. And I feel in the new space I can decluttering all that no longer serving me and truly focusing my energy on realignment and what's truly serving me. Through that realignment, I experienced finally unfold new ideas, which is the dream big that I always know I meant to create to support you light workers. They also experience the same unaligned experience, especially for you that are longing for surrounded or supported by soul-aligned person, places, doing the activities that connects each other. You can networking with soul, energy as you, because this adventure retreat is specifically designed for light workers. And if you're excited to hear the details, you can comment down below, or maybe you have an idea, because we're gonna have so much fun and in depth with yourself. You can be independent and interdependent at the same time. So much aligned energy. It's vocation, but at the same time you experience pure genuine connection, at the same time nudging and intentionally moves you towards your soul aligned purpose. If you feel called for this, let me hear your heart and let me serve and manifest it for you, because I made this not only for myself but also to serve your highest good and the highest good of all. When you go alone, you go fast. But to go far, you can go together. And here we are. Cheers for a greater and brighter adventure. We're gonna gather together. So excited for this. This is for today. Thanks for being here with me, Cindy Acho. Cheers.